right, men and women, boys and girls, or universal leopard geckos. I hope you all having a good morning, good afternoon, good day, good night, depending on where you all live and where you all are from. As you men and women, boys and girls can see, I am inside of the colony right now. This is the third mealworm colony that I started for my leopard geckos. And right now, I am getting some mealworms out of this colony because my leopard geckos are hungry and I have to keep my babies fed. And not only that, you all, like, some about breeding mealworms and like darkling beetles, as y'all can see the parents walking around. The darkling beetles, they lay eggs and doing what they doing, moving, walking around, you know, just doing what they do. One thing about the mealworm colony, you all, they easy to care for. Like the mealworms and the darkling beetles, they easy to care for and they easy to feed you all. I'm telling you all, the easiest thing to breed for your leopard geckos when it come down to food is mealworms, honestly, you all. And you don't want to pick up the ones that are getting ready to prepay. So let me show you all what I'm talking about. Not this one. This one good to feed to the leopard geckos. When you all grab a mealworm like this and it's like moving around, it's crispy golden brown like this, and it's just moving around, like it's like full of movement and like very active. Mealworms like this, they are ready to get fed to your leopard geckos or any reptile that you have to eat mealworms. Now I'm putting this in the food container over here. Let me see if I can find one that's not moving, you all, and it's getting ready to prepay. See, when your mealworms are like this, they're getting ready to prepay. That one right there is moving now because I touched it and messed with it and like it's freaking out. As soon as it like realize that it is okay, we'll get back to like just going inside the little sea form and just chilling again. So as you all can see, like that one right there is not moving at all, and this one in the back is moving around because, like I said, it's panicking out when I touched it. When your mealworms are like this inside the colony, they are getting ready to prepay, and the prepays are over. I just seen a bunch of them to you all. Yeah, here go the prepays right here. So like when your mealworms get ready to prepay, your mealworms will look like this when they reach prepay station. And then they will go from prepay station, you all, which is this stage of process of life, and then they will reach adulthood. That is an adult right there. The beetles. The beetles are adulthood for the mealworms. At first, the mealworms will be larvae, the mealworms, and then prepays, and then beetle. And like I said, the beetles, they just up down on his back. So let me put this little prepay back where I saw it at. There you go, little prepay. Help this beetle up. There you go, little beetle. Get back to it. Get back to it, little beetle. So, like I said, you all, I'm just here to get the mealworms that are like available for my leopard geckos, and not these. These mealworms are getting ready to prepay, so we're gonna leave them alone. We definitely need them in the colony, for sure. We definitely need them. Now, like I said, what I'm looking for is something like this, golden brown. But this one, like, it's getting ready to prepay too. Yeah, I can put it down and see if it's gonna move. Yeah, it's getting ready to prepay. And it had that golden brown would call my attention. Okay, one over here is moving. One over here is definitely moving. I just dropped it somewhere. There you go. So yeah, like when your mealworms look like this, you all, like I said, they ready. When your mealworms look like that, they ready to get fed to the leopard geckos. So I'm putting it inside the food container. It's moving around. Already with the other ones that will be fed to the leopard geckos. And I'm just going through here, you all, to see what I can find that's like available for the leopard geckos. These are like a good option. Cause like I said, you do not want to feed them the mealworms that getting ready to prepay. You're gonna need the mealworms that getting ready to prepay. If you breeding them and if you have them in the colony, you definitely gonna need them from when they prepay and they turn into a beetle, so you can like feed the beetles and keep the process going. So like the mealworms, they be doing good, you all, and there's like be an option for your leopard geckos to eat. They will hide. The mealworms that look like this, they will hide. The ones that, like I said, that be so active and like golden crispy brown, They will hide under. I call it the substrate. That's what I call it. But other people have other words for this that they bury themselves under. Other people call it other words. I just call it like the substrate for them. And they will bury themselves under here, you all. Like the ones that, like I said, are like an option to feed your pet reptiles. They will bury deep under there, and you can just slightly like move your finger through it and spot them out like this one right here. And see, there go a lot of them. They're starting to pop up now. And get them in the palm of your fingers and like see will they move, will they be on the run or not. I'm trying to see if this one like is a good choice or not. I'm gonna put it on the top and see if it's gonna walk around. They moving like for the ones that move, but the real little tiny ones, you all, the real little tiny ones, I would not grab them. I'm gonna get them like feed them, get them a little bit more bigger. So this one is a good size for the leopard geckos. And that's what I'm gonna be doing, just digging through here and seeing if I can come across, like I said, any good option for my leopard geckos inside of this substrate with the mealworms. Like remember you all, like if you are breeding mealworms, like do not grab the ones I showed you, like the ones that looking like they getting ready to pupate. Like do not grab them, you all. Like leave those alone. Let them pupate and let them go from pupates to beetles, and then like just throw food inside of the colony. Make sure you check up on the colony and keep up with the colony. And mealworms that are up and full of movement like this one, like I said, will be good to feed to the leopard geckos. And the two mealworms, like I showed you, that's getting ready to pupate, let those pupate so they can go from pupate to a beetle. And they can make more mealworms. So this is how many I got so far. As you all can see, like I said, they all golden, crispy brown. They all moving around, like they all very active. And they are a good, decent size for the leopard geckos. These are the mealworms that you want to grab out of your colony to feed to your leopard geckos. They have to look like this. They have to be a good, decent length and size. And remember you all, they have to be like that golden, crispy brown looking color right there. And they have to be like very active and like moving around a lot. Like that one right there. I gotta hurry up and grab that one. It's moving. It got some movement going on. Look at that breeding section going on with the darkling beetles. I see a dead one right there. A couple dead ones inside that little mating ball. Well, around that mating ball. Look at that breeding section going on though, you all. That is a good sight inside of this mealworm colony. That's a good sight to see. The beetles are like breeding inside the corner over here in the corner. The beetles are definitely breeding and getting to it. They socializing. There's a good sign to see. This little beetle on my finger, not too long, just became a beetle. It's been a beetle for a while, but I'm just surprised like how small it is. It's so little. Look at this darkling beetle, you all. It's so doggone little. It is a small darkling beetle right there, y'all. There you go, little beetle. Yep. Here you go, little beetle. Man, that's a small little darkling beetle. So now I'm down here towards this end. And just trying to see, like I said, if I can still come across some. It's like very like active. I have to put more inside of the colony too. I have to like add more mealworms inside the colony. Like again, whenever I'm able to get a ride to the pet stores again, I have to get some more 500 containers and put into her. Got no one it. Yup. I most definitely have to get some more 500 count mealworm containers, and like I said, pour them into here. Like by the look of this colony, I'm gonna need like probably like 10. If I can get like 10 500 mealworm counts, large 500 mealworms count, and put those 10 containers inside here, inside this colony, all 10 of them, this colony would be thriving, and this colony would like look so amazing. It would look so amazing. Cause like this colony like still like coming like fresh off a good start. And I'll just say that. And like it can be upgraded to so much better I just have to get the money for it. And then, like I said, once I get a ride to one of the pet stores again, when that time comes, then I can definitely upgrade the colony. That beetle just became a beetle. You all see it right there? That is a new beetle. That is a prepay from a beetle. Right there. Wow. Look at it. It's a little like white, bright color. It's just moving around. So I'm gonna see if I can keep the light right there where you all can see it. Yep, that's a new beetle right there, y'all. Look at it. Wow. Whole new beetle right here. There you go. You all can see it good now. So yo, this beetle just like this beetle most definitely just not too long just became a beetle. Like I said, whoa, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about that. Look at it. Hey, it's so cool to see. There you go, little beetle. I'm gonna let you back inside your home. You got some exploring to do. Got to make you some friends and then meet you a lover. So I have got more inside the cup. I still have to search the full colony. And right now the cup is looking somewhat good right now. But there's still more mealworms to be grabbed for my leopard geckos. Spotted this one right here. Still doing some digging and searching for them. I got most of this side over here now. Gotta work my way through this section over here. Look at that. Got some right there just walking alongside the colony. That's a big one right there. Oh yeah, they looking good over here in the corner. Trying to grab what's left out of here and then feed my babies, my leopard geckos. Alright, that's how the cup looking so far, y'all. I still want to fill it up a little bit more with mealworms, cause like I said, like I gotta feed all my leopard geckos, all my babies. Most of all of them R&D hungry, and I gotta get some food to all of them. Like all of them gotta get at least like 20 plus mealworms to themselves. So yeah, definitely got some more digging to do this colony. Then I have to go to the second colony and get some mealworms out of there if I have to.